Novak Djokovic's vaccination saga in the lead-up to the Australian Open 2022 was one of the most turbulent periods of his career. The media frenzy surrounding the entire ordeal was chaotic, and noted journalist and media personality Piers Morgan has opened up those old wounds once again. Participation in the Melbourne Major that year was contingent on players getting vaccinated for COVID-19, which Djokovic refused to do. While he was initially allowed inside the country, his visa was eventually cancelled and he was deported from the country. Djokovic was equally admired and criticized for sticking to his guts. Morgan was among those to heavily chastise him back then. He recently shared on social media that he met with the Serb for an exclusive interview, which will be out next week. One fan asked Morgan if he remembered how scathing he was in his takedown of Djokovic for his stance on vaccines. The Brit responded in the affirmative, and added that the former world number one was also aware of the same. The Australian Open wasn't the only tournament Djokovic missed that year due to his refusal to comply with the vaccine mandate. He skipped the Sunshine Double events at Indian Wells and Miami in the spring. He also didn't partake in the entire North American hardcourt swing in the summer due to mandatory vaccination guidelines in place to enter Canada and the USA. However, it wasn't all doom and gloom for Djokovic in 2022. He capitalized on his limited opportunities, and made it another season to remember despite the off-court drama. Following his unceremonious deportation from Australia, Novak Djokovic's first tournament of the 2022 season was the Dubai Tennis Championships. His quest for a sixth title at the venue came to an end with a loss to Jiri Vesely in the quarterfinals. Since he couldn't participate in the Indian Wells Masters and the Miami Open, he had to wait until the start of the clay swing to compete again. Djokovic lost to Andrei Rublev in the Serbia Open final, and captured his first title of the season at the Italian Open. His title defense at the French Open concluded in the quarterfinals at the hands of his old rival, Rafael Nadal. The Serb bounced back by capturing his fourth consecutive title at Wimbledon. After sitting out the North American swing, Djokovic made a winning return to the tour with a title at the Tel Aviv Open. He continued his good run of form to sweep the Astana Open crown as well. His winning ways came to an end with a loss to Holger Rune in the Paris Masters final. Djokovic wrapped up the season on a high with a triumph at the ATP Finals. Even though not adhering to the vaccine mandate cost him the chance to win a few high-profile events, he still had the last laugh with a successful year.